From Careco TV, one of the longest running outdoor programs on television today. Exploring the country and the coast in search of adventures. From the mountains of the great Northwest to the shores of the Atlantic Ocean. This is Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin. This week on Americana Outdoors, we're in the field for some thrilling hunting adventures while we test out the brand new Smith Wesson Model 350 Legend handgun. But first, Wade Middleton is bringing us out for another form of hunting that's long been a passion of his: dove hunting. It's been a few years since we've had the opportunity to put our sights on a dove, and we're excited for the chance to get back out there today.
Now, when it comes to dove hunting, get your hunting license, get access to the properties that you're hunting, a few other little things, hearing protection. But I really probably lean heaviest towards shotgun shells, and my sights is things that I pay the most attention to. And when it comes to shotgun shells, you can look right here, look at all the differences just within the Winchester family of lines that a guy might pick up when he's getting ready to get loads for any type of hunting. Each one of these has a different speed, each one of them has a different amount of powder, and each one of them has a different amount of shot in them. I want to put as many pellets as I possibly can, as fast as I can on the target. Now that means you're going to spend a little bit more per box of shells, but if I can hit more, I'm not going to shoot as many. So in my mind, at least, it balances out at the end of the day. One other area that I like to, tell people about, the average is one dove for every 5 to 6 shots out there. You can, obviously lower that by practicing more, going to skeet range, going to, shoot trap, whatever it may be before you come out. One thing I like to do, HiViz has several different shotgun sights that are easily mounted to your gun. Some of them are magnetic. You can clip them on and off. You can change the colors of the light pipes very simply, very easy. And they're gonna help you, really make sure everything's shouldering for me. Make sure my head's down on there, because if I see too much of the sight, I know that I'm not lined up the way I need to. And then obviously follow that bird, follow through when you get ready to take the shot, and you're going to miss, but that's part of dove hunting.
To increase your chances of filling your dove limits, head on over to HiVizSights.com and purchase your very own HiViz sights for your shotgun. With all of his gear in tow, Wade headed out to the field to start his dove hunting season. As any dove hunter knows, it was a game of patience from that moment forward.
Get ready, there's gonna be a bunch of them coming. One for one. 2 for 2. Got to go find those. All right, I'm gonna walk out here and pick this one up, and then I'm gonna go around that way and pick the other one up. Little mourning doves, perfect species example right here. There's white wings and mourning doves in this part of Texas, and we're allowed to shoot 15 total. And we really can have some great dove hunting in a lot of our parts of Texas at certain times. They're migratory, so they may be here one day and gone the next. Right now it's about 98 degrees mid-September when we're shooting this. There's a cold front coming Monday. It's going to drop temperatures 10 or 15 degrees. That may be enough to push this bird deep south into Mexico. And we've seen quite a few mourning doves. In fact, there's 2 going right behind Kevin and Gentry right there. So we're gonna get set back down and see if we can't add to the pile. Kevin, I may move to that bush and you can get up here. Sometimes when you're talking strategy, they'll come in and make a mistake. Those 2 kind of loafed into the wind. That worked pretty good right there when they do that. And the thing about dove hunting, the cameraman ain't gonna see them all, but our tummy will. Dove hunting is a passion of mine that honestly dates back to high school. As I learned more about doves and the pockets of them, it was really amazing to me what we could do, what we could see. And where we're at in this part of Texas, we were blessed for years to hunt with Sammy Nooner and their operation. And I learned a lot more about dove hunting, how great and social it was, how finicky and picky they could be. In this part of Texas where our deer leases are, water's key for everything. We don't have a lot of water. And this is an overflow from a well, and it's got water coming down here, and these birds are just loafing through here, and we're gonna get some pretty solid action as we go through the day on these morning doves, because I mean, we may not get another shot, we may finish our limit, because morning dove are finicky. They feel pressure and they're gone a lot of times.
Stay tuned. There's more high-flying dove hunting action waiting for us when we come back.
Trust. It comes from experience. Long seasons, short nights. Lessons learned and shared. Sometimes it's easy, but usually it isn't. Seasons come and go, and few things last. The ones that do are the ones you trust.
You always hope for the buck of a lifetime. When it comes, will you be ready? 0.
Sometimes the world can seem a cold place, so we gotta bring the warmth to it. Sometimes the world can seem a dark place, so we gotta become the light in it. Sometimes the world can seem a broken place, so we gotta strive to fix it. We prepare for the worst, but we must always expect the best.
Welcome back to Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin.
When I morning dove hunt, it's not uncommon for me to move 6, 8, 10 times or more, thinking I'm getting in a better position a lot of times, or generally like right now, I'm chasing the shade. It's hot, it's in the upper 90s today, and I've got one little old Wasatch bush right here that I'm hiding behind as the sun sets over here in the west, and I've still got a good hour and a half till the end of shooting time, and my hope is these birds are gonna come into this water in a flurry for 20 or 30 minutes, and we can get another half a dozen birds in, and that'll get us right to our limit. We've had a pretty good start to the day. The question remains, will we see another dove? Come on, buddy, come on. Man, should have shot him. Didn't see him in time. Oh, there's 4 over those trees. 5, 6, here they come. Come on, turn. Come over here. Here comes a single right here. Coming fast. He's hit. I gotta go look for him.
Tracking down that last bird amongst the waist-high grass proved to be a bit of a challenge, but it wasn't long before bird number 4 was found. With bird number 4 in the bag, it was time for another change of scenery.
Turning. Got one of them. The other one landed over there. Got that one. That was a nice pair of them. Kind of come loafing right down that edge of that pipeline, and there was another one there. They just kind of fluffed out there, and a little bit of wind in their face, and I was able to splash one. Here comes one right over the top of us. and he's gonna keep on going. That is miss one, miss two. That's why you got two barrels, you can shoot twice. All right, got him. Long distance, you gotta go right to those after you shoot them. Don't take your eyes off of them. And hopefully you don't step in a cactus. Got him. There we go. Nice morning dove right there. He's stone. Knocked him down. That's the way you like to do it there. That's the way you like to do it. That's the kind of bird that makes you look good. He comes loafing in, you see him like 17 miles away. He comes right into range, makes you look like you know how to shoot. I like it. Well, it's a pretty good afternoon. We got a 11 morning dove right there, and I mean, that's just really a good afternoon shoot. We literally still have 15, 20 minutes of time left. Probably could have scratched down a couple more. Maybe it looked like a lot of them were starting to head out to roost that way, but that's just a good, successful little hunt. And you know, for me, dove hunting just holds a lot of special meanings. It goes back to being in high school and fast forwarding to now. When you see one out there and he turns, starts coming your direction, and you can pull up on him and make a good shot, whether you're with yourself or 30 or 40 people, your family members, whatever it may be. Dove hunting is just something that's seeped in tradition in so many states, and it's something that we look forward to doing time and time again.
Coming up, we're heading back to camp, where Wade will introduce us to the brand new Model 350 Legend from Smith Wesson.
When we discovered Evercalm deer scent, we were just a small family deer farm, and we still are today. Our family put in long hours wondering if it would be worth it. Then, in the late 2000s, the recession hit, and hunters discovered how well Evercalm worked to harvest deer. Their freezers were filled while losing their jobs. With high inflation and empty store shelves, Evercalm can help fill your family freezer by bringing in more deer with ease. Our family is standing with yours.
It's in our nature to protect, defending our heritage, our way of life, and the ones we love. It's your right. Don't give it up. Protect it or lose it. Walkers.
Welcome back to Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin.
When I think about Smith & Wesson, or when many people actually think about Smith & Wesson, they start to think about revolvers. And for me to take that a step further, I start thinking about hunting opportunities, because that's primarily what I use my revolvers for. And then that has me thinking about the big X frames, that 460 and the 500, and what they do and what they allow me to be able to accomplish in a lot of different situations. So when I was in a recent conversation with Smith & Wesson, they said, hey, we're getting ready to release the 350 Legend in an X frame. What do you think? Are you interested in spending some time in the field with it? My answer was immediate, absolutely, can't wait. You know, looking at the 350 Legend, I knew about it, but I didn't know much about it. I was really intrigued by it because I was going to be able to learn a lot more about something new. I needed to understand what the ballistics capabilities were. I needed to start studying the bullet weights. I wanted to understand what my particular handgun would be able to accomplish, how it would perform in the different situations, which means going hunting and spending time on the range.
Well, just like Wade said, after spending more time at the shooting range, it was time to get settled in a blind.
That's our guy. Here he comes. Coming straight in. Pretty still this morning. It's really a nice opening morning day in Texas. It's probably 55 degrees. We saw a nice buck. Came out early this morning. Stayed down there by that mesquite. Kind of worked his way along that creek edge. Got a little spooked and took off. Ran up the other side of that creek deal. We haven't seen anything else at all.
After this nice Texas hill country buck disappeared from view, no other deer showed up along the creek bank. The next morning, Wade was back in the same blind before sunrise for another chance at testing out the Model 350 Legend handgun.
That's on me. I mean, how that goes down was pretty amazing. You know, there's a big field over here, and we're trying to get these deer coming out of this creek bottom, going to that field or coming from that field. And he got out there at about 18 yards and started eating on that block, but he was facing right at me. I just don't like that shot unless I've really, settled in and trying to get moved into position with all those does and that other little buck that were over here. They saw me, heard me. Heard the gun cock. I moved at the wrong time. It might be personal now. We may have to figure out how to get that deer right there because he put on show for us. That was, if you like to deer hunt, that was a heck of an encounter.
Coming up, we'll head out for the final day of hunting with the Smith Wesson Model 350 Legend handgun.
Record Rack now offers a product you can run through your spin-cast feeders that provides the benefits of corn to attract deer, while also providing the nutritional value of protein pellets. Most protein pellets were not designed to be used in a typical corn feeder, but this new blend from Record Rack is specifically designed for spin-cast feeders to help in everything from attracting, antler development, and reproduction. Look for Record Rack's Apex Spincast the next time you're filling your feeders.
HiViz sights are forged to be the brightest and most durable sights no matter where you are. In the home, on the range, during competition, or out in the field. See what you've been missing with HiViz.
Waterproof your hunting gear with ATSCO. Get maximum protection for your hard-working leather with ATSCO Snow Seal. By using ATSCO Snow Seal on preheated leather, it instantly melts and draws deep into the pores for lasting protection. ATSCO silicone water guard repels water while still allowing material to breathe. Get 30 to 50% more usable product in the same size can than traditional aerosols. Visit atsco.com or call 800-845-2728 today.
Welcome back to Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin.
We were kind of down to our last morning, and you know, there's been a lot of days we've had success on the last morning, and there's a lot of days we just ate our tag. And so as we sat down there waiting for sunrise, we were pretty confident we might see the same deer again, but being able to get another shot that's a totally different story. I totally whiffed. All that practice, all that experience, and a miss is still going to happen. So you can have the best handgun that Smith Wesson can make. You can get the best ammo, have a cool blind, but you got to be able to control those nerves, control the breathing, and execute at that moment. And I simply whiffed. And that is hunting. I do it a lot, and I'm okay with it. And we'll practice more. We'll get better with it. And that 350 Legend will bark again, and we'll see something down very soon.
As fate would have it, soon came sooner than Wade anticipated. Let's see how the Model 350 Legend performed against some wild hogs just a few days after Wade's whitetail hunt.
I'd say the 350 Legend smacked that one. That one came in 12 yards, 10 yards out there, and we put the whack on him pretty quick. I mean, just dropped him like a rock. And part of this for me with this 350, I don't have a ton of experience with this. I started reading about the cartridge. I started trying to learn about it, why it was developed, what it was for, just literally in the last year, and really spent a lot of time in the last 2 months learning more about the ballistics of it, what it would do, what it wouldn't do, how it would handle, and why it came about. And I'm impressed. I'm really impressed for this type of cartridge, for what it does. Obviously, this X-Frame 350 Legend here from Smith Wesson is going to be a fun one for everybody to shoot. I'd say I hit him right where I was aiming. Her. Turn the other way, that's going to be the exit. Right there. That's the exit one right there on it. Feels good to hit one right exactly where I'm aiming after I whiffed on my whitetail here recently. You know, we've been field testing this 350 Legend. Hunted several days for a whitetail, and I mean, I totally whiffed him when he came in, but you know, we wanted to get some more rounds through this thing on different pieces of game, and I actually shot this. She was facing that other side right there. I mean, that's my exit wound, and it's right where I was aiming. And I mean, that 350 Legend blew through that thing, both shoulders, and dropped it in its tracks. Now, that's not a big pig by any means, but it, you know, I think this cartridge is going to be designed for medium-sized game, whitetail, you know, the pigs like this, antelope, a variety of exotics, and we're going to put it through its paces and see what all the cartridges will do. I think we'll get this one loaded up and take some pictures.
Well, Wade, you may not have harvested your buck on opening weekend, but culling the wild hog herd more than makes up for it. After hunting with the Smith Wesson Model 350 Legend and seeing for ourselves just how hunter-friendly it is with its minimal recoil and unrivaled knockdown power, we know this is going to be an exciting gun to keep shooting in the future. To add the Model 350 Legend to your arsenal, shop online at smith-wesson.com. Hey, thank you for watching, and join us next week on a new episode of Americana Outdoors. Americana Outdoors is a Careco TV production. This episode was made possible by these partners. From sun up to sundown, day in and day out, we work hard. We play hard. And to keep us going during those long hours, we demand performance. Angle Coolers, the original high-performance cooler.
There's only room for one at the top. With speeds of 505 feet per second, the Nitro 505 is the fastest crossbow in the world. 10-point, defining crossbow precision for over 25 years.
The year of the airgun hunter. Umarex Air Guns.
God, country, and the great outdoors. That's how my dad raised me. So it was only natural that I joined the United States Army. That's when I first used Trigicon. I used them again as a civilian police officer for 12 years. Now I'm blessed to hunt all over the world, and I only want the best optics on the planet, Trigicon. Dan Catlin, former U.S. Army, military police.
Trigicon, brilliant aiming solutions.